So little old me is just trying to work on this theory video I've been working on. By the way, stay tuned for that. And here we just have another new Unicross update, literally out of nowhere. I wasn't even on top of it this time. I didn't even know this was happening, and I'm not even gonna waste any time. But anyway, stay tuned for that upcoming theory. But we got Kingdom Hearts Unicross story update confrontation. There's some interesting stuff from what I hear, so let's see what we got and let's talk about it. All right. Master Mattress themes. Master, have you ever spoken with the darkness? So this looks like the continuation of that scene that I bring up all the time in my Kingdom Hearts theory videos and stuff like that of Lucio and the Master. I have. Wait, what did he ask? Did he ask if you fought with darkness? Oh, have you ever spoken with the darkness? I have. What's it like? Come on, give us something interesting. Well, it's not much of a conversationalist. It isn't great at communicating either. It doesn't think like your average Joe. Sounds just like you, Master. What? I mean, he's not wrong. See, that's what I mean. He ain't wrong, dude. Wow, Lucio. Don't you have any respect for your superiors? Maybe you're the one who's got more in common with the darkness. But can it, understand words? Yeah, just skip past his nonsense. Of course it can. Jarl has been watching us this whole time. What? You mean like right now? Could be. I'm just kidding. It's not watching right now. It wouldn't come near people like us so easily. Because I mean Keyblade or specifically people like Lucio and the Masters, because these two are cut above the other ones. Clearly. Please don't scare me like that. Oh, come on. It was a joke. Those exceptional kids, what are they called? Dandelions? What if the darkness showed up right in front of them? Would they be okay? They're the important cornerstone for the world's rebirth, aren't they? Yes, they are. They were led astray by darkness, then... Honestly, things would be dicey if they do wind up confronting the darkness. It's a tough customer, in conversation and in battle. But its true strength lies in mental warfare. I go so far as to say there's no one better. And that means they're in danger. Unless it's someone better. Darkness hates those who are pure of heart. That's exactly why those kids were chosen. They may be danger, but they're just the kind of people that darkness is weak against. The Master theme is going in this one. Can't comprehend a person's heart or their thoughts, so even if it knows what they're trying to achieve, it won't be able to understand why they're doing it. It only knows what people hate. So it's pretty much just it's never going to understand people, especially of like pure heart. It's just going to try to accomplish its goal. It knows how to mess people up. It knows what people hate, as he says. But it's a double-edged sword, since it means the darkness's actions don't make sense either. That's why we're simply incompatible as beings. What do you think the darkness wants to do? I'm gonna go back and read that again. It's a double-edged sword, since it means the darkness's actions don't make any sense to us either. Right. Gotcha. Moving on. Incompatible as beings. Incompatible of understanding each other is what I think he's referring to when he says that. Because obviously they can go inside our bodies, but he must mean incompatible of understanding each other. What do you think the darkness wants to do? Who knows? We can't understand each other, so I just haven't a clue. No more questions, Lucio? Interesting stuff though, and we're back here with them boys. Pretty much the darkness is a formidable foe, or the darknesses, I should say, are formidable foes, but they hate, or their weaknesses are more hearts of pure light. I can't say each and every one of the individuals here are probably pure light, but they might be. Just because, I mean, them being pure light doesn't mean that they have to be like people like Kyrie or Ventus that are super all nice and stuff like that. As long as they have good intentions and do good things, and maybe it could be hard. Like maybe Brain has a heart of pure light, even though he's more secretive and smooth with it. He can still have a heart of pure light. Maybe. Interesting stuff though. On both sides, the darknesses and the dandelions, the new union leaders, are against exactly toughest opponents they could right now. Hey, get off Ventus. Who'd have thought the darkness's true form would look like some kid's drawing? Dang, roasting your own art form? True form. I suppose we are quite incorporeal right now. We're usually invisible though. And there he goes. Ah! Well then, think of this voice and this color as a special service. What's your goal here? Goal? They don't understand. They don't have one. We're just trying to get to know you. That's right, because they don't understand each other. They can try. What? You'd find it hard to understand us. We are completely different kinds of beings. We don't think like you do or share the same thoughts as you. There's nothing we're trying to achieve. Then why? Why did you kill my sister? Ooh, getting right to the questions. Because he wanted to. Oh, you're not talking about Ventus. Ain't no way. Even out of something like jelly, you don't just kill someone out of jealousy. At least it will take a lot more than just being jealous. That's not true. Ben didn't even know Strelitzia, as far as we know. He had no reason to want her gone. True, he didn't know her. But there was something he wanted. Power. So he put it in his hands. The power of a union leader. See, man, this is the type of mental gymnastics tiptoeing across the technicalities that he tried. He tried to say, man, Ventus wanted to kill him. Then Skull was like, no, he didn't. Then he's like, okay, fine, he did want to kill him, but hey, he wanted something and we just helped him out. Man, you're not slick, Darkness. You're not slick. So Ventus wanted power. Makes sense, of course. So they gave it to him. They fed on his desire for power. But I mean, even if you can want power and not be power hungry, they decided to, I guess you could say, snipe that inkling of power hunger, if they could even call it that. Ben would never want that. Of course not. But he got it, didn't he? Even if Vin didn't want power, he wouldn't achieve dominance by being a union leader. That doesn't matter to us. Doesn't matter. So there was no reason Strelitzia had to be sacrificed. Not at all. Dang. Don't mess with me. Oh, dang. This man clapped. Dang, you going out like that, Laurie? I mean, I know you're in a fit of rage and I know you're not exactly in the right mindset, but dang, it's like that. I saw the flowers start to go around, but come on, man. Can't be getting clapped like this. Brain, what you doing? Hold up. There are a few things I'd like to ask. Go ahead. First, why did you choose Ven? Because it had already been decided. What was? That he'd be the one to harbor darkness. Looking into the future? Are you saying it was set in stone that Ven was meant to be a vessel for darkness? Exactly. The fated child written in the Book of Prophecies. So they did read the Book of Prophecies. As we know, Darkness read the Book of Prophecies, like that one time when he was talking with Maleficent. And Maleficent asked him, oh, you read the Book of Prophecies? He's like, perhaps, something like that. I've seen it. I've had my hands on it, stuff like that. The fated child in the Book of Prophecies. I assume they're talking about in the future, in Birth by Sleep era, when him and Venita split and he has that whole dark being in order to create the Keyblade. That's what he's referring to. Maybe that's what the Darkness saw and tried to, I guess you could say, get a step ahead on it. You read the book? Yes, not that it matters. How then? We watched as it was being written. You were there when the book was written? Ooh. Yes. Do you and the master have history? Ooh, so he was there when the Book of Prophecies was being written. Does he? Now, one thing I'm wondering is, by that, does he mean he was just in the area, like how Master was saying, they could be around them or in the vicinity when they're just talking, even though he said they wouldn't be brave enough to get near someone like him and Lucius? Or was he inside the Master of Masters when the Book of Prophecy was being written? Or maybe the Master of Masters wasn't the only one that had a hand in writing the Book of Prophecies. Now, I'm going for the big brain read here. Now, if I'm right, y'all each owe me a sub. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the rules. We're old friends. Oh, dang. Just like that? Friends. You mean the master was working with the darkness? Oh, you don't need to work with people like you. Next question. You've been biding your time. Why choose to appear now? Ooh, good question. But we weren't. Well, they were already finished with their plan. We've been very busy. Now where are your other underlings? You just didn't notice. It's less that we appeared and more that you finally became aware of us. Ooh, that's a good way of putting it. Last question. You keep saying we. What do you mean by that? Earlier he mentioned that there's multiple darknesses. There's more of us than there is lights. I see. Then one more thing. Bring out the Keyblade, man. Are you the only one in this room right now? Good questions. I am. Okay. Understood. Ooh. Huh? Ooh. What is that? What is this? What's it? What is this? This is the Master Keeper. Ooh, is that what it's called? The Master Keeper? I believe it's called the Master Keeper. Dang. We all knew it. At least everybody in the Kingdom Hearts community that keeps up with this stuff called Brain having some sort of connection to Ericus. Now, what does this mean? This means he does have a connection to Ericus, as I just said, but that still leaves the question, does that mean that Ericus is actually a descendant by blood of Brain? I mean, in the secret reports in Birth by Sleep, Xehanort mentioned that he was a blue blood descendant of people from the age of fairy tale. So that gives us a hint, maybe, but also it could have just been a master apprentice type deal to where Brain bequeathed the Keyblade to someone else, to someone he trusted in, and then they bequeathed the Keyblade to Ericus. And then just like how Ericus did, he passed down that Keyblade to Aqua. So it seems like this Keyblade, actually both of their Keyblades get passed down quite a lot. That still doesn't really answer what the connection is, whether it's be from master to Ericus, or from straight from Brain to Ericus, or if it's by blood. There's signs that lead to both, so I'm not really sure, but this definitely gives us a huge key component saying, hey, y'all was right. Y'all was right. Brain's been asking some good questions though, and he's not really entertaining the answer so much. He's moving on to what he wants to know. Unlike Laurium, clapped in the corner. Ephemeris Gold is the ultimate enemy. Let's give it our all. Ooh, pop. Dang, Brain was going in. Hold up, let me see that one more time. Let me see that again, Brain. I want to see if there's anything here. Let's give it our all. They're both ready. Boom. Let's try go frame by frame this. See if there's anything we can get from this. No, anything. Pop. Dang, now that was an attack. Brain ain't no joke. This is the first time we see him bring out his Keyblade as Raw. I like Brain even more. I already liked the Brain from the beginning, but now I like him even more. Almost every story update I've been liking him more and more, man. But yeah, good juicy confirmation. And don't worry, we still have some more at the end here. Not gonna cut it off. I'm worried about those kids. The Book of Prophecies contains future eras to come. They'll be all right. True? That sounds sketchy. The Master of Masters is the epitome of sketch. I mean, it does record a huge expanse of time, so I haven't looked at all the fine details like what happens to who. We entrusted the future to these children. They're important, right? You sound like a mother hen. Tell you what. Since part of your mission is to observe, it's okay if you watch over them, as we know, but meddling strictly off limits here. And as we know, Lucio definitely does this. So this is when we really find out we're getting closer to the end. Okay. He says meddling is prohibited, which Lucio does follow, but one thing to note is that I know we're definitely getting closer to the end. So this is when we find out that Lucio is actually getting the permission to watch over the Union leaders when things like this happen. So, and in the secret reports of Kingdom Hearts 3, Lucio had a report that mentioned he was there watching when the Union leaders jumped world lines back to the original timeline. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. We don't know how, we don't know what condition they're in. I still assuming there's a sacrifice, potentially ephemera, but I think their memories get bodied, they get scattered to different parts into the future when they try to jump in the chaos. But Lucio is there watching and he confirms that they make the jump. So that's a lot of interesting stuff, man. If you guys enjoyed this update, enjoyed this reaction and discussion about all of it, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. Like, hey, I know I wasn't right, but hey, why don't you hit that sub button anyway? I got a new theory coming soon and I have a bunch of different types of content on the channel anyway, so go ahead and check those out, because I make more than just Kingdom Hearts stuff. And if y'all like this and y'all gonna like that too, I know y'all don't just like Kingdom Hearts, come on. I know y'all got better taste than that. Not to say Kingdom Hearts is bad taste, just that I know you'll like some variety. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.